Hello, friends. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining from. So, um, okay, welcome again. My name is Sandeep, and I'm joining from Melbourne, Australia. Today is day 23 of my time. We are in week 3 of the program. And as all of you know, and as all of you are attending from the past 22 days, this is a 33-day program presented by both IFSS and PSSM Global. Let's start today with meditation. And today's meditation will be conducted by Balaji sir. I'll give a brief intro about Balaji sir. So Balaji sir is a senior master. He has been meditating from many years. And sir has actively volunteered for this program and many other meditation programs from the past few years. He has walked into suburbs and villages just to teach and spread meditation to everyone. Currently, he's associated with IFSS, taking care of various technical aspects like hosting, editing, and carrying on all the background works. And today he's gonna be guiding us through the meditation. Welcome, Balaji, sir. And yeah, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Sandeep, sir. That was a great introduction. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. My dear masters, my dear friends, and my dear gods, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone who is joining across the world. Let us start our program with the meditation. Friends, meditation can be done either on sitting on the floor or on the chair or on a sofa. Kindly take a most comfortable posture. You can take a posture on floor or on a chair. If you are sitting on floor, kindly squat your legs. And if you are sitting on a chair or on a sofa, kindly cross your legs, either left on right or on right on left. Anything is fine. And clasp your fingers into fingers of left and right hand. If you have spectacles, kindly remove them off. And now, slowly close your eyes. Let there be no stress or strain in your physical body. Make your seating arrangement and posture as comfortable as possible. Now start observing the breath which is going inside and coming outside from the tip of the nostrils to the intersection of the both eyebrows, the point. Let the breath flows inside and outside, very normal, natural, easy, soft, simple, tranquil, and shallow breath. Keep observing the breath which is flowing inside and outside very normally and naturally. Make your mind as empty as possible by observing the breath. Let the intensity of the thoughts come down slowly with the observation of thoughts. Let there be minimal number of thoughts or no thoughts whatsoever it may be. Meditation is making our minds empty. Try to make the mind as empty as possible. And try to stay there without any distractions. The no thought state is said to be meditative state. Let your body be relaxed and mind be relaxed. In meditation, kindly do not open your eyes. Let the thoughts flow naturally and let our focus not be on our thoughts. Let our observation be on the flow of breath which is going inside and coming outside. Gradually, when you keep observing the breath, as the intensity of thoughts comes down, you will experience rejuvenation in physical body and relaxation in the mind. Be with your breath. Let our mind steps from higher frequency to lower frequency, from beta state to alpha state, and alpha state to theta state. When our mind steps into theta state, you will experience a deep state of relaxation in body and mind. That is our goal. Kindly be with your breath. Let there be no thoughts in mind. We will continue meditating for another 30 minutes. Meditation is the greatest gift which one can give for our own selves. This is the most beautiful moments which we can experience in our day. These are the most joyful moments in our day. Kindly be with your breath. Do not focus on thoughts. Just let the thoughts flow normally and naturally. We observe the breath. Let us listen to the music and step into deep meditation. Keep observing the breath. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaws. Relax your feet, thighs. Let your body relax completely. Let us not run behind the thoughts. Let us make our minds empty. Let the mind relax. When we start observing the breath, we will experience the no thought state, wherein the cosmic energy flows inside our physicalness. Cosmic energy helps us in healing our bodies. The cosmic energy flows only when the mind is empty. Be with your breath. Continue meditation for another 25 minutes. Kindly do not open your eyes. Keep observing the breath. Another 10 minutes. Kindly continue the meditation by observing the breath. Experience no thoughts in mind. Experience the healing that is happening in your body and the joy that is sprouting in your mind. Be with your breath. Last 5 minutes. Kindly do not open your eyes. Be with your breath. Last 1 minute. Kindly do not open your eyes. Be with your breath, my dear masters. Enjoy the cosmic shower which is happening in your deep meditation. 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Kindly place your hands on your eyes slowly without opening your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Kindly remove your hands and slowly you may open your eyes. Thank you, my dear masters. We have done 30 minutes of meditation, which was marvelous, and a lot of healing happened, and we have relaxed and rejuvenated our bodies and minds. Thank you, everyone, for joining the meditation, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. Over to you, Sandeep.
Thank you. Thank you, Balaji, sir. That was a very soothing and relaxing meditation. Thanks a lot for that. Let's go to today's session. Today's session is a very interesting session. It's about manifestation. It's talked about a lot. We see and hear more about manifestation these days, more than in the past years. So I would like to introduce Yashaswini Bajaj, who will be our speaker today. I'll give a brief intro about Yashaswini ji, and then I'll pass it over to her. So Yashaswini Bajaj is a physiotherapist practicing in Toronto, Canada, and a mind-body wellness and hypnosis coach. So welcome, Yashaswini ma'am. Welcome. The stage is all yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sandeep. And greetings to everybody. And I'm so excited to begin this topic. Let's start with the session right away. Okay. And I hope I'm audible. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So let's begin. Today's topic is about manifestation. We have all heard about this ability that we are creators, we can manifest things. So let's understand this topic in detail. And firstly, let's understand what is manifestation. How does it work? If we were to go back to the basics, manifestation delves into the ability of each one of us, of individuals, to shape their reality through thoughts, through beliefs, and through actions. In short, our thoughts shift our reality. Now, we may have heard of manifestation, which is a mix of philosophies, law of attraction, psychology also talks about it, positive psychology, and of course, through spiritual practices. So, basically, manifestation in simple words is that we create our reality through our thoughts, beliefs, and action. Now, let's understand how. This, for me, is a very powerful quote. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And this quote is by Napoleon Hill, one of the most amazing authors who has written some brilliant self help books. And he says how the mind can, whatever we can create through our mind, and we believe, we can conceive and believe, then it becomes reality. So at its core, manifestation recognizes the mind is a powerful creator. In short, we are creators. And if sometimes we find that saying this makes us feel uncomfortable, some of us find that what if I'm being egoistic? So instead of saying creator, you can use the word co creator. We are creating as a team with with the creator or the universe or whatever word you would like to give. So you can remember that you recognize yourself as a co creator, and what we consciously focus on, whether we are consciously focusing on positive thoughts or negative thoughts, we tend to manifest it in our lives. Now, this idea is based on the fact that where attention goes, energy flows. And to simplify this, let's understand. Sometimes the mind is focused on thoughts of wellness, thoughts of good health, and then we see more evidence of that. Sometimes the mind is rooted in fear, thoughts of illness. Then we start to see more and more evidence of that. It's almost like our mind first created it and then our reality matched it. Then sometimes, for example, let's say at two people can go to the same office but have very different beliefs. One can say, I love my job. Everyone around me is so nice to me. My boss appreciates me. And the other person might say, everyone is so competitive. No one appreciates me. Work is hectic. How can two people working in the same company with the same team have two different realities? It is often rooted in their belief systems. The first one, because they believed that the world around them is nice, their world, their office colleagues, everything is nice. Their thoughts attracted similar reactions. Where attention goes, energy flows. And the other person, because they had their thoughts were rooted in how tough it is or how they're not accepted, they saw that reality. So try this as a thought experiment. Experiment and see if you can change a certain belief about your current reality, whether it is your work, whether it is your health, whether it is any experience you're currently going through, and see if your inner belief system helps to modify your outer reality. Now, let's understand this. The next part, law of attraction. Now, manifestation and law of attraction, we may have heard of these words very commonly. Lately, it seems to be a popular word. So, what is law of attraction? These two are very closely linked. Now, central to manifestation is the law of attraction. Now, law of attraction in simple words is like attracts like. Like, just like we discussed, a similar thought attracts similar experiences. Positive thoughts attract positive experiences. Negative thought attract negative experiences. And if we were to understand this, even scientists like Albert Einstein often hinted through their quotes about this, through their speech about this, which is everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. Okay, next, let's understand how your imagination is equally important when it comes to manifestation. Now, in order to create a new reality, it's all about images. The image we hold, the imagination we create. Thought is energy, and mental images are concentrated energy. I love this statement. Mental images are concentrated energy. So oftentimes, whenever an energy is focused on a purpose, on a vision, it becomes a powerful manifestation. And imagination is the instrument through which all inventors and discoverers have opened new worlds. Oftentimes, it is your imagination which leads to new solutions, new ideas. And you can call upon your inner forces at will through the power of imagination. As kids, we were often very imaginative. We could picture ourselves becoming astronauts, dreaming big, living the best life. But as we started growing up, sometimes we told ourselves not to daydream too much, to be realistic. But according to many masters, many books, amazing books, it is often said that it all starts with imagination. So, this is a reminder. The key takeaway for me, if anything, today would be for you to remember that you have to dream big, like your inner child would want you to dream big. Imagine big things, imagine the best things for yourself. What else is possible? So, don't let yourself become too realistic. Sometimes it's great to envision a beautiful reality, and then new doors begin to open. And this is another great quote by Joseph Murphy, the author of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. He says, your imagination is the coat of many colors. It can clothe and objectify any idea you desire. You can imagine abundance where lack is, peace where discord is, and health where sickness is. So, in short, your current reality is fluid. It's not permanent. It's not fixed. When you change your inner world, your outer world can change accordingly. So, all you have to do is even if in the current situation there is lack of peace, lack of abundance, or lack of health, your imagination is the doorway, is the first step to creating that manifestation. So let yourself just daydream. Sometimes all it takes is taking a few minutes each morning to daydream, to just close your eyes and imagine what your best life would look like, what your best health would look like, what your best wishes, if, say, you wanted to pursue a hobby or if you wanted to excel in a specific creative career. Just daydream. It all starts by imagining a certain vision. Okay. Next, let's talk about some principles of manifestation. Now, just like we talked about imagination, there are a few more things. The first is belief and intention. Now, how can we manifest something if we believe we are just small beings, or if we have no power, if we don't believe in our ability and the ability of the creator or the universe that we live in? Remember, we are co creators. So, in order to create, in order to manifest, the first step is believing that you deserve it, that you are open to new beginnings or miracles or some transformations. And second is having faith. So that's the beginning. Only when you believe you are a creator rather than believing you are a victim of fate or things that are just swaying you like a kite in any a kite has no control. It flows in any direction the wind takes, whereas a tree is rooted. Tree has roots which are grounded. So remember, you are like a grounded tree, and you decide. Your belief and your intention is the first step to manifestation. It all begins by believing that you are a co creator or you are a creator. That's the first step. The second step, like we just discussed, is visualization, imagination. Sometimes you can add affirmations like speaking things into reality, because your speech is also important. And that brings me to a very important topic, which I believe is essential to manifestation. You can't just spend 5 minutes imagining your best life, but then whole day complaining about how bad the traffic is, how bad your health is, or how terrible the situation is. Or remember, your words are like spells. So remember to use your energy constructively. So next time you are about to criticize your body, yourself, your career, your finances, or anything that's not going right, remember to speak differently. Remember to not give it too much of vent. You can vent, but there is a point where it becomes a habit. So your words, the choice of conscious language is also equally important when it comes to manifesting. And the third point is emotional alignment. Now, it's about feeling like it has already happened. Sometimes when you imagine yourself living, being healthy or being happy, what does it feel? It gives you feeling of joy, feeling of freedom, feeling of strength. So you have to also tap into the emotions in order to manifest. And the last principle is action. It's all great to think, but sometimes when you get an inner nudge, an inner intuition, an inner guidance to go in a certain direction, it's also about taking action. Now, I don't believe in taking action aimlessly, but once you know what you want, once you have a vision for your manifestation, you will be guided to take the right step. That's when action is required. That's when your action is more channeled, more not coming from a place of struggle, but from a place of confident direction. Now, these are just principles. So, based on these principles, now let's understand how to manifest the process, step by step application. Now, I'm not sure, but maybe most of you have heard of The Secret, which talked about law of attraction, where they often talked about manifestation. So there are a couple books that I would highly recommend if you are interested in this subject. One being Abraham Hicks, Ask and It Is Given, and Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I will be typing these in the comments in the chat. Second being The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. This is great if you want to understand the process more deeply. And finally, it is The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. These are three amazing books to understand this concept much more deeply, but this is a great way to start. So, the first step to manifesting is, like I discussed earlier, to realize that you have the power to create, to remember that we are all magical beings, that we live in a universe that is abundant, that is miraculous, not that we live in a world of scarcity or fear and lack. So you choose what kind of reality do you want. Do you believe in yourself as a creator? Do you believe in the abundant universe that you live in? That's the first step. Second, to know what you want. How can you get somewhere if you don't know where you're headed? In order to manifest, you first need to have a clear goal of your life. What does your life look like in every area of your life? Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, career wise, spiritually. Like sit down and just spend time with yourself. We take so much time to waste on sometimes scrolling, which I'm guilty too. We all waste our time on unnecessary practices. Sometimes we binge watch television, or we go through social media, or why not take some time to invest in our growth, to just sit and understand our inner longings. What do you really want? If you get a car and if you don't know where you're headed, how will the car take you there? Manifestation requires the same direction. It needs maps, it needs clear intention setting. That's an important step of manifesting. And step three is center your thought upon your desire with singleness of purpose. In short, once you, like there was an ancient saying that once you start to pray for rain. You believe that it's going to rain and you step out with an umbrella. You go out knowing that, having the faith that it will rain, and you take your umbrella. If you know you're going to move to your dream destination, you start packing, you start planning 8 months ahead. You don't, you act like you are getting there. You start to begin to prepare for it. So that's where it is about centering your thoughts towards your vision. And lastly, being open to receive. A lot of times, many of us deal with not feeling worthy, not feeling deserving. So, a lot of times we have to believe that we deserve good things, that we are worthy, that we are open to receiving, whether it's help, whether it's compliments, whether it's ease, whether it's support. A lot of times it's about being open to receiving. So, when you're open to receiving, the right doors open. Now, to understand some of these principles a little more in detail, and firstly, we were just talking about setting clear intentions, knowing where you are headed. Clarity is power. Now, this is what I mean. I want each one of you to ask yourself these three questions. What would your ideal life look like? Does your life involve being out more in nature, taking more care of your fitness, taking care of your hobbies, maybe having more time to relax, having more time to meditate, contributing more to the society in your own ways? Whatever it is that you want your ideal life to look like, write it down. Just think about it and write about your ideal life. The second question you can ask yourself is, what are your goals in each of these areas? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Physically, where do you see yourself? What is your ideal health? What are your, do you have normal blood sugar levels? Do you have the perfect metabolism? Do you have the perfect healthy meal prep plan? Do you have the perfect healthy workout plan? Everything can be written down. What is your ideal life mentally? Do you feel more joyous? Do you feel more grateful? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more calm? Any qualities that you want mentally. This is your roadmap, this definiteness of purpose, this intention. Having a map of your dream life is how you get closer to it. And then ask yourself emotionally, how do you want to feel? Do you want to be in a more harmonious workplace, in a more harmonious home, family life? Do you want to have more fun? Do you want to have more laughter? Do you want to have deep belly laughs? Do you want to have more peace, more joy, more forgiveness? Whatever it is, just have a clear intention. And lastly, spiritually, each one of us has a goal. Where do you see yourself spiritually? Are there certain habits? Do you want to read more books? Do you want to meditate more? Everything that you have in terms of your goals has to be on a paper. And the third question is, what do you really wish to manifest? Each one of us has our own longings. Often our goals are based on what the society thinks is ideal, but if you ask yourself, you will actually know what you really want. And you have to ask yourself, if size was not a problem, if my dreams could be as big as they could be, what would they be? Only when you know that you can dream big and you know where you're headed, you can attract that new reality. Now, this again brings me to a very amazing quote, a very powerful principle that Napoleon Hill describes. He is amazing, who's written some wonderful books. He talks about how having a clear purpose is everything. It is the definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Don't be like a ship at sea without a rudder, powerless and directionless. Decide what you want, find out how to get it, and then take daily action towards achieving your goal, you will get exactly and only what you ask and work for. So if you don't ask, you don't get. Now, make up your mind today what it is that you want and then start today to go after it. Do it now. Successful people move on their own initiative, but they know where they are going before they start. So, this is why I wanted to stress on this image. You cannot manifest anything without knowing what you really want. You can't go somewhere before knowing where you're going. So, that's the next important point. And another way to manifest is visualizing clear outcomes. I personally love having a vision board. I love accumulating pictures. I use certain apps to just download images of my dream life. I let my inner child be more playful, decide, do I love beaches? Do I love travels? Do I want to learn a new hobby? Do I want to live a certain life? All of those pictures of my ideal life go on a vision board. As you can see in the image on your right, this is how you can design a collage of different images. And the image can be any area or multiple areas that you have a desire for. And when you have a vision board in front of you every morning, you look at it. When you wake up or say you're passing by, your subconscious mind is looking at it every day. You almost have this, it's like programming yourself. So it's a great way to use a vision board. Or you could even use a vision board as your wallpaper. So every time you see your phone, you're actually looking at your vision board. So there are so many ways to apply this, but I personally love our imagination through a vision board. And for those who like scripting, which is another technique, if you don't like the idea of just a picture but you like more details, then scripting is another great way to visualize. Scripting is basically you are the script writer of your life and you start to write the story like you are the script writer. Say, for example, I was scripting when I dreamt of moving to Canada way back in 2018. I used to write a script of how I used to walk under cherry blossom trees and I used to find how the spring colors were everywhere. I was not there yet, but few years ago I imagined myself, I scripted in detail how it felt to walk under the trees in Toronto, experience the cherry blossoms, experience the season, look at the people around, the city, and that was an amazing experience. So every time I had a new script, it gave me like a movie to go into, and I was the main character of my movie. So vision board or scripting are great ways to manifest. You can choose what works for you. Just try it out. Just use your time in something constructive like this. And then, as we were discussing, another way to be a great manifester is remembering that your feelings have to be aligned with your wish. So, feeling like it has already happened. That is the key to manifesting. Now, when you imagine the reality of the fulfilled desire and feel the thrill of accomplishment, your subconscious brings about the realization of desire. So wish to say, if you wish to travel to a certain place, or if you wish to, let's say you are manifesting a travel experience. So just feel like you are experiencing it, feel like you are in the middle of it. Let's say you are trying to imagine a great job interview. So why would you why don't you imagine getting a congratulation call from the HR, from the hiring team saying, congratulations, you made it. How would that make you feel? You would be so elated. So you would tap into the emotion of its accomplishment. Or you could imagine how you would inform your loved ones about it. So that's an example of how feeling the feelings like it has already happened, even if it is for a few moments, can really help you to, build the momentum towards it. It will act like a catalyst. Next, everything can happen in the head, but eventually we live in a physical reality. So, although we can do things on an energetic level, which is obviously the faster way, which is obviously a more aligned way, but eventually we will have to take some action. So, actions that are aligned with your desires and intentions, which are more coming from a creative place, will help you manifest. So, actions have to come from not from a fear based or forced way, but um like a natural consequence. So remember, it's not just enough to visualize or to manifest, but it's also about once you visualize, you will be motivated to maybe work out a certain way, to change your diet a certain way, to be more disciplined, or to start learning a new skill. So those things, those actions are actually consequences of your vision. So don't forget to put in the work as well. That's also equally important. Now, this is another step which is very powerful, allowing and surrendering to the process. It's like taking a leap of faith, developing unwavering faith in the manifestation process. Now, you have to have faith that you are co-creator of this manifestation, and who is your partner? It's the infinite universe, it's the abundant universe, it's the creator, it's the God, whoever you would like to believe in. Now, things will always fall into place at the right time, also known as divine timing. So, visualize and then surrender and trust that it will happen in divine timing. And I would like to bring in one key message here. A lot of times we think if I manifest, I may manifest something wrong. So if it's coming from that fear, always remember you can always surrender. When you surrender, you're also saying, I wish for this, but if you think something is better for me, it's your call, then you can bring that instead. So always just intend this or something better. That means this or something better. This is what I wish to attract. This is the reality I wish to have. But if you have something even better, if the universe, if the creator has something in mind which is bigger than my plan, then I surrender to it. So, this is also an important step in the process. And sometimes when things may delay or may not work out, remember that it is a part of this or something better. And in conclusion, this is also an important thing. Sometimes we believe, how do I manifest? I have these negative talks or negative beliefs, or what do I do about these programs? It's all about practice. Every day, when you repeat those conscious positive thoughts, those affirmations, those positive habits, it's about repetition. The more you do it, the more it becomes a routine. So, having a routine like a gratitude practice, affirmation practice, visualization, anything that works for you. It needs to be a habit. It's becoming a new lifestyle for you. Once it becomes a part of your everyday routine, you will be thoughtful of what you say. You will be thoughtful of the negative talk. It will happen with practice. All you have to do is instill new habits every single day. It starts with one day. It's not about 1 year from now. It's about what can you do starting tomorrow? Can you be conscious of the things you speak? Can you be conscious? Can you imagine bigger things? It's all about one day. And every single day, repetition for each one day adds up. And that's how you overcome old blocks and old patterns. And in conclusion, this again is beautiful. Your inner world creates your outer world. At any given time, in life, if we feel dissatisfied with the direction our life is taking, we have the power to rewrite our story. You can say, okay, I don't like this reality. I can change it. I am changing my reality into something that is more light, more fun, more abundant, more easy, more loving. And you have the positivity in you, you have the vision and the desire in you to create a new life. By embracing the idea that there are infinite possibilities, we open ourselves to new possibilities, new doors, new experiences. If you don't like a certain aspect of your current reality, just tell yourself, okay, I'm going to tap into the infinite possibilities in my reality and choose a more beautiful reality. Remember, as within, so without. All things come from within. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So we are only confined by our limited mindset. So, yes, you can create your reality. And that's it for today. And thank you very much. I'm open to questions if anyone has any.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. That was a beautiful session. And
Thank you.
I actually, in fact, liked the slides. Very creative and very powerful
Thank
message from each of the masters. Thanks for that. I would start by asking my own question I had. Um, because of the secret book or documentary and because of the New Age philosophy, this
Yeah,
manifestation subject has been more talked about. And most of us know about it. But
yeah.
many people, even though they follow or they have read the books, they can't manifest what they want. Why do you think so? And yeah, the second question is sometimes when we try to manifest, we are thinking something but feeling something else, right? There is
Yeah.
that fear-based thing, maybe due to societal norms, rules, or because of our background. That can act as a hindrance in manifesting things too. Um, can you please explain?
Yes. Uh, so the first question was, you said, why is it that many people can't manifest? And
Yes.
for that, I would say, not many people can swim. Not many people can, go skating or bicycle. It's an acquired habit. It's about practice. So everybody can swim. It's a potential, but not everybody learns how to swim. Similarly, I would say these are given tools. It's almost like we've been given roadmaps. Some of us can follow it. Some of us, if we believe that we can swim, we will learn to swim. So I would say manifestation is not just reserved for a few people. Everybody can do it. It's just an acquired practice. It's about a few simple tweaks, like I said, to simplify it. First step, believing you are a creator, believing you live in an abundant universe which supports you. Second step is having clarity. Not many of us sit and spend time with our vision. Like, we don't know how to create that. And then comes just knowing that once you have these manifestation steps, can you apply them? Can you create the reality that you want? So I would say it's an acquired practice.
Okay. Yeah, that answers my question. Yeah, thank you.
Most
Uh,
welcome.
Masters, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat or you can raise your hand and then I can ask those questions on your behalf and or you can also ask them. I have a couple of questions from the chat, man. The first question is, we are all positive about our manifestation. What if it is not manifested? How should we look at them and how do we deal with it?
Yes, so I definitely think we have all been through it. Not everything comes true, not everything manifests. Sometimes things don't manifest at a time we want, it manifests in divine timing. A lot of times things work out at the right time. Our human mind is kind of impatient. We can't comprehend our infinite mind. But our infinite mind or the universe has the perfect timeline for everything. So, first, even if things don't work out, remember it is happening for your highest good. Just remember that. Secondly, I would say if it's not working out, some things may not work out. I like to think of it as the intention I set, like this or something better. Maybe it was not for my highest good, so it did not work out. And eventually, when something better worked out is when I look back and I was like, oh my God, this is probably why that did not work out. So sometimes it's about patience. Second, it's about faith. These two things usually help us accept that maybe we may not manifest everything, but that shouldn't make us lose faith. Keep testing it. Try out little things, like maybe think of a friend that you want to receive a text from, or think of small things. Just keep testing we think miracle is rare. Miracles are like for, once in how many years, but no, whatever we start to look at, we attract. So why not invite more miracles every day? Why not invite more mystical, magical experiences? Like that is part of the experience too. So think of it as a fun experience, and then it will no longer bring you stress.
Okay, ma'am, that's great. And I also personally like how you said this or something better. Um, that's a powerful affirmation, I think. That's a powerful sentence. This or something better. That relieves the pressure on us, even though it doesn't manifest, I feel.
Yes,
Okay,
that's true.
and the next question, ma'am, is regarding repetitive affirmations. We might end up being obsessive about it or maybe even
Mhm.
desperate. Where do we draw that line to avoid this? How do we handle it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Like I was talking about action. Action should come from an inspired place, not from a place of lack or just, hustling too hard or struggling like when you want to swim, if you're like, trying to beat too hard, we in fact end up not swimming well. Similarly, it's about finding your alignment, and you don't just remember whatever you tell yourself is what happens. So if you believe that only after doing something 101 times I can manifest it, or only if I do something for 31 days I can manifest, that's a belief of lack again. Instead, if you say, when I believe in something, when I intend it, when I repeat it twice, or what I say, my word is medicine, what I say manifests easily. So, if you believe that, you will not repeat something 100 times. All you will do is intend it powerfully and have faith that it is done. So, sometimes it's about asking yourself, is it coming from a place of lack and fear or scarcity, or is it coming from a place of ease and alignment and faith in an abundant universe? So I feel like it's about understanding, am I feeling good about this affirmation, or am I doing it from a place of fear or struggle? And even if it starts off as fear or struggle, I'm not saying right from the first statement you will just get there. But even if you do it one time, sometimes that's where meditation comes into play. When you're meditating, you get into a more Zen state, you are more aligned. And then when you affirm, you're more calm. So sometimes that's also another way to do it when you're in a more calmer, more receptive state.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. And actually, that's a good leeway into our next question. You might have partly answered it, but I'll put it here. The next question is asked by Rajiv, and his question is, how is manifestation and meditation linked?
Yeah, I think most of these are just these are all spiritual concepts. Meditation is obviously more linked to our connection, like our connection to the divine, or how we gather energy, how we process it. Meditation is like this pure state where we are tapping into a higher state, or we're just connecting. But also, manifestation is when you are aligned, when you are living a good life on earth, you're spreading that goodness to everybody around you. So in order to have, we have all come here not to struggle, we have come here to thrive, we have come here to be in our joyful state, in our thriving state. When each one of us is thriving, is succeeding, we are actually creating a better life for all around us. So it is, manifestation is also a way to grow, but on the physical plane, and meditation is also a way to grow, but on a mental, spiritual and emotional plane. So I think they're all connected. In fact, manifestation is not something which is just, just a physical activity, but when you live your best life, you are creating heaven and earth for people like yourself and people around you. So it's all interlinked, it's all connected.
Yes, ma'am. And I also think, like from my perspective, when you meditate, you can focus, and as you said, wherever your energy goes, where your attention goes, energy flows. That gives
Yes,
extra push to manifest what you want, I feel, when you meditate.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
Um, and any other questions, masters? So I will ask one last question. Whenever I go to YouTube for searching for something, because of the algorithm, it prompts everyone wants money. That's one of the most searched for topics in
Yeah,
YouTube, I think. How to manifest
yeah.
money, money, money. And one funny thing I noticed is one guy said, put your ringtone as money. So whenever someone calls you, he hears money, money, money. I found it ridiculous. But how do we overcome this obsession? Because there is money part, because we live in this physical
Yeah,
world. But
yeah,
I know that is not coming from a place of, it's coming from a place of lack and fear. You know where I'm
yeah,
coming from? How do we,
yeah.
having experience is different from having a certain number in the bank, right?
Yeah. I think again it's rooted in a balance. Like we have to balance our physical and material, like material and spiritual pursuits. And it's about finding that right balance and not thinking one is superior or like thinking, you know, I feel like it's part of our security. Like I think money is our foundation, right? When we have security, it helps us focus on other aspects of life. So mostly all humans are craving for security. What is the emotion behind getting money? It's security. Once people are feeling secure, then I think we can start to focus on our other pursuits, like our spiritual aspects, our relationships, emotions, all those matter too. So I think there is nothing wrong with having material pursuits. In fact, we are all seeking stability, but as long as it is not our only pursuit, it is not rooted in just material pursuits, and it is coming from a more, intention to live a balanced life, live a joyful and loving life, live a life of giving and kindness, then it's all balanced. I feel like there is no wrong. We should never have a wrong perception about making money, as long as it's not coming from, that there's no fear around it. It's well balanced. It should be okay. I mean, that's just my personal take on it.
Sure. Thanks, ma'am. That helps. We also have one more
And I
question from
Sorry, I
Ramaji.
do see some more questions in the chat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
The,
yeah.
the question in the chat is about which app is used for downloading images.
I use Pinterest, 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 and of
Okay,
course Google, Pinterest.
sure. That helps. And the next question is from Vijay Lakshmiji. Can we manifest for someone else? If so, how do we ensure what we are manifesting is for their highest good?
Yeah, I think when we pray for people around us, we are kind of manifesting. When we ask for people's protection or safety or healing, it's kind of a way of manifesting. So when you wish something well for others, it is manifesting. But again, it's always when your intention is coming from trusting, and if it is for the highest good, it will happen. And one can always send good vibes, and then it's about the receiver and how open they are. Sometimes it's just about sending that good energy and good intention, and we can definitely manifest. A lot of times mothers manifest safety for their children, or it's like prayers go such a long way. I find that prayers are so, it's a powerful way of manifesting. So every time we are praying, we are actually manifesting for our loved ones. So of course, yes, we can definitely manifest. But each human, we all humans have free will. So free will is where we decide what we like. So it's about when we are open to receiving, our we get help from known and unknown sources. So that's one key takeaway, I would say. Just ask for help, and you'll see how new doors open. So everyone, when they are open to receiving, and if it's for the highest good, it all works out perfectly.
Sure. Okay, that helps, ma'am. And yeah, I can see Sunilji. Sunilji, welcome. Sunil sir is the trustee of IFSS, as most of you know. I can see one hand raised, sir. Can we just take this question from Ajay Kumar Ravi? Do you have a question, Ajay, sir?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, I have a question. Okay,
Yes,
I'm from
please go ahead.
Bangalore. Yes, yeah, my question is, I am in the process of finding a job. So the point here is, I like few companies and I like few firms where I really want to work, but I'm stuck in between a few of them. I don't know which is mine, and like how should I manifest it, or like how should uh, I mean look into it.
Okay,
Uh,
so
yeah.
is it something which has already, are you in the process of applying for these jobs, or have you already, like, are you trying to manifest like an offer from from one of these clinics? Is that what you're asking? One of these
Yeah,
jobs,
yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah, uh, I have applied for few firms, and I am in the process of applying for few. But all these roles are similar in their nature, um, but I'm really not sure, like, bec- that how to really go about it, like how to really manifest it.
Got it.
I
Um,
am trying really hard because that sounds very desperate about it, but yeah, yes.
got it. Here's what I would do. Firstly, you don't have to put a specific name of the job company. You can just intend what skills you will bring to the table, meditate, and just imagine, um, if this is across a specific city or a state, just imagine you are just communicating, saying, I wish to work in the perfect workspace for the perfect, if you have a pay in your mind, at this particular role, just have a vision, like loosely there, for the salary, your role, and how you want your workspace to be, or do you want to have more freedom, or whatever it is, some two three qualities that you want. Just write it down somewhere, and you can even stick it up where you will see it often. And sometimes it's even about just one time is also enough, just setting an intention that this is what I'm looking for, and may the best job win. Like, you are going to be selecting out of these options, somehow the best one will open up for you.
Okay.
Maybe someone will tell you this is the right one, or just be open to applying at each of these, or just be open and receptive. But once you are clear about what you want your ideal job, ideal pay, ideal position to be like, and you don't have to be realistic, you can be a little, dream a little more than you expect, and just put it there. Write it somewhere where you will see it, maybe make it a wallpaper, or just stick it somewhere. And before you know it, just don't think of it like somewhere in the future. Feel like you have already achieved this job. Imagine yourself going to work. Imagine yourself, like, walking there, meeting your colleagues. Just spend more time imagining your outcome. And that's it. From that space, the best opportunity that is meant for you will come to you. And then it's about the choice you make. So sometimes it's
Okay.
about just being clear about what you want.
Okay. So, can I summarize this? Like, I'm looking, for example, for five different firms, and then I have to weigh that I intending to a specific organization or something like that. Uh,
N-
is that what you mean? Like,
No,
yeah,
do not put a specific organization
yeah,
because
yeah,
that
yeah.
limits the
Yes.
outcome. Just put your ideal pay, ideal work environment, how it
Like,
feels to work in that place.
how I feel about the things. I should only think about. I mean, I should only manifest those things rather than being on a specific firm or something like that. Right?
Yes, yes. And
Okay.
the firm that is aligned with this energy, this vision, that will open up for you. Like if you have a vision of
Okay.
working, for example, I said clinic accidentally because I work in a clinic. So I look, for example, I see myself working in a clinic where I am, I am my own boss. I have freedom of time. I love working with my patients or things like that. Just envision it, envision your ideal role, envision your ideal pay, and that's it. Don't go into the
Okay.
details, just surrender.
Got
Then
it.
let
Got
the
it.
right thing come to you.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay,
So I have
perfect. So all the
one
best
more.
and
Yeah, I have one more last question. At the moment, can I only make a vision board for this, and then later on,
yeah,
should I make a higher level vision board, or like how should I go about it?
yeah, for sure. You can focus on a specific goal for now, put
Okay.
it out there, and once it is done, just it'll be a celebration. You can thank the universe once it's done. Put a new one once
Okay.
it's done. Let us know in the group when it's done so we can
Okay.
also acknowledge that you
Yeah.
manifested it. And
Sure.
yeah, so you start with that and then you get a new one on your vision.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Mhm.
It did answer
All the
my
very
question.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for the detailed explanation, ma'am. I
most
welcome
welcome.
Sunil sir to present his research part section. Welcome, sir.
Hi, Yash. Hi, Sandeep. Good
Hello,
morning.
Sunil.
Good evening. How are you?
All good. Nice to
It's
see
really,
you.
yeah, thank you. Wonderful to hear your session today. I know you have a tough schedule, but you managed to come through.
Thank you.
So, yes, we have actually started a small series of sharing the research work done on meditation and various aspects of meditation. So today we're picking one research topic, titled as the effect of mindfulness on decision making, inhibitory control, and impulsivity of substance use disorder in treatment of patients. So this is very interesting. This study was carried out collectively by researchers from Center of Alcohol and Drug Research, Department of Psychology and Behavioral Sciences in Aarhus University in Denmark, and along with collaborating with few other researchers from Brazilian University. So this research, they were trying to explore how mindfulness-based practices can help individuals undergo treatment, especially for the substance use disorders. So what they did is the study involved about 122 participants from therapeutic community in Brazil. They were divided into two groups. One group received mindfulness-based relapse prevention combined with their usual treatment, and the other group received only the usual treatment. So the researchers assessed the participants' decision-making abilities, impulsivity, and inhibitory control before and after an 8-week mindfulness intervention. So the findings were really interesting. In terms of decision making, the group that participated in this mindfulness session showed significant improvement in their decision making abilities. So this was measured using the Iowa gambling task, a tool that evaluates how well people can decide, how well people can make decisions based on potential rewards and punishment. Now, in terms of impulsivity or inhibitory control, despite the improvements in decision making, the study found no major significant changes in the impulsivity or inhibition control among the participants. This means that while mindfulness helped with making better decisions, it didn't have any noticeable effect on their ability to control their impulsive behaviors or capacity to resist distractions. Now, the third thing was implications of for the treatment. So these findings suggest that incorporating mindfulness practices into treatment programs for SUDs could help improve the decision-making skills in patients, potentially aiding in relapse prevention. So this study is particularly very important as it adds a lot of valuable data to our understanding of how mindfulness can benefit those undergoing these treatments, especially on the substance addiction. So it shows a promise for using mindfulness as a complementary approach to traditional treatment methods, especially in enhancing decision-making abilities. I know Yash is one of those a person who adds mindfulness along with her treatment to patients. So to conclude, this research marks a very important step toward understanding the benefits of mindfulness, overall benefits of mindfulness in addiction recovery. Now, this was specific to addiction, this research. It suggests that while mindfulness can significantly improve the decision making, the complexity of treating substance use disorders require a multifaceted approach, which obviously it has got different approaches. So the mindfulness plays a key role. So one of the question which Rajiv ji had also asked, how meditation and manifestation, are they linked? So there is a great link, because meditation helps us to bring bring us to the present moment, and that gives a lot of answers. So yeah, Sandeep, so today this is the research bite that I had to share. I think there's
Thank you,
somebody
sir.
else
Thanks a lot.
raised their hand also. Yeah, yes, over to you, Sandeep.
Yes, thank you, sir. These research bites are very, very motivating for me, and I hope they are motivating for everyone else too. Yes, Anju ma'am, you can go ahead with your question if you have any. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, just a very small query I have. Sanjay, एक second. Yes. Just because we talked about manifestations, then goals and everything. I am in a corporate world and a senior executive in the public sector, and somehow I wish to lead a very different life, surrounded by birds, animals, and nature. This is what I wish for. And here, I do not know what will happen to the finance, because finance is something that I really need, that is a thing. So, is it possible to, switch like this? And if it is possible, then how to make it possible? Like, how can I make it possible? What exactly should I, what affirmations should I use? How do I make it possible?
Okay, this question has many layers. I will try to answer to the best of my abilities,
Yes,
Anju
please.
Arora ji. First of all, I think it's never a drastic transformation from A to B. It's
Hmm.
like we call something like moonlighting, where you continue doing what you are doing, but you start to go into the path that you are drawn to. And if you are drawn to spending more time in nature, is there a middle ground, like without leaving your job? Are you able to do that in small ways first, or are you able to pursue something else which can enable you to get there? So it's always about that first step. And always, before taking the first step, hold that vision, like you already know what you want, so you can hold that vision of living in that reality, living like that. And you can even script about it, like you are already living it. Like, I am surrounded by birds, I wake up to nature, and I'm experiencing this reality where I'm grounded, I'm enjoying earth and things like that, like nature. You can write the script, and then you may receive some inspiration, you may receive some invitation to go somewhere, you may be guided to join something, maybe a retreat, things like that. So it's about, firstly, your direction, knowing what you want. And there is no drastic change from A to B, but taking baby steps along with your current situation. Before you know it, those baby steps will lead you to that reality. but it's about, holding on to that vision and believing that there are no limits. If you ask, it is given. How? Let the universe take care of it, but hold on to that vision and then take inspired action little by little. So, an affirmation in my sense would be, I am connected to nature. I find new opportunities to be close to nature. I am one with nature. I easily spend more time in nature, things like that. So, you can just things like that, but script things which are more in alignment with your vision. Like you are the movie writer. So, you can script your movie and you can dream about it, daydream about it, and somehow you will be guided to that path.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Um,
Thank you, ma'am. I think we are right on time. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the great session and also answering all the questions very patiently. Really appreciate it. So, friends, thanks again for joining today. And I would also like to thank both IFSS and PSSM Global who have made this program possible. Thanks a lot for joining. See you all tomorrow. Bye.